Hi again guys, we're here at my syndicate lake again. It's Friday afternoon, it's the 21st today, 21st of April. We've got quite a nice day for fishing today. It's overcast, as you can see, reasonably bright but overcast. It's a gentle breeze blowing and it's putting a nice ripple on the water. So what I've decided to do, as I want to fish in the edge again, as I do here, is come on the back of the wind to start with. See if we can tempt any carp or barbel in the edge down here, and we'll take it from there. Hi again guys, I've done a couple of laps, seen a few carp moving. There's some moving down the bottom end there where the car is, which I can see into the water quite well there, because all this bank here to my right is on the back of the wind, so there's no ripple there. There's no fish moving in the middle, but at that end and at this end there's fish moving. I think what I'm going to do is start up this end, because it's deeper water here. I can see the bottom easily up that end, and there's a few carp moving around. I think that'll be my second choice of where to fish. I'm going to start off up this end, which where the last video was filmed, probably in the same spot as well, bait the same spot first, and see how we get on. Well, can you believe it? If you watched the last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that bream's back, literally this big, straight in on the ground metal pellets. It's probably been hanging around here all week. There's also a barbel and a carp on the feed already. The barbel's not very big, neither is the carp. Sort of, I don't know, £6 maybe, something like that. But you know, I'm not going to turn my nose up at that, so I'm going to get the gear set up and we'll get a bait in the water, see what we can pull out. Well, now I'm getting really excited. I just set my landing net up and putting in this swim next door, and a barbel that was a good double has just cruised past me in the shallow water and moves onto the feed. So things looking good. Well, I've got the first rod set up, so I'm going to drop it into the water now. Success last week, so we'll try it again. It's salty squid wafter, mainline salty squid wafter on the D-rig. So I'm going to drop it in here and try not to disturb the fish too much. There's a couple of small barbel that are still down there. I think that big one's down there as well, and a couple of carp cruising around. So I don't think this should take too long, but I don't want to get overconfident. Right, I'm going to get the other rod in. Different bait on this one, just to give the fish a bit of a choice, see what they're in the mood for. I've got a couple of Pacific tuna boilies on here, just with the end snipped off, mounted back to back, if you can see that on there, and put some paste in the middle to give it that cylindrical look. So let's get this one in the water, see if we can sneak it in without disturbing them this time. That big barbel's around, he keeps coming in and going out. It was right in the shallows when I walked up then, not on the bait at all, but he sort of drifted down. I had a couple of mouthfuls and then drifted off, so that's when I got the baits in. There's a carp down at the moment and that bream's still hovering around. So we've got two baits in the water now, that's a choice. So fingers crossed we can, have one out shortly. watching the barbel and the carp feed in there. It's quite interesting. Nothing too big in there at the moment. That big one's disappeared. So there's 3 or 4 5 or 6 pound barbel, and a right good trough there, and a couple of carp with them. They've all moved off now, so I'm going to get a bit more bait in because they seem to have cleared it out already. So we'll get some more in while there's no one there. Well, that didn't quite go to plan. All the fish have gone. They've all cleared off somewhere. So I've only got a few hours. It's really the name of the game with this margin work. There's no fish there. There's no point in fishing. So what I'm going to do is go up in this far corner here. I'll put some bait in there and spend 10 or 15 minutes up there and see if any fish move onto that. Obviously, I'll be resting this spot at the same time, so it may be that when I come back, they're back in on the feed here. So we'll work around and see what happens. Found a nice clear area just down here that I'm going to bait up. It's about 4 foot of water. It's a nice clear area on the bottom. So I'm going to get a bit of bait in here, and there's a few fish moving about I can see. So I'll get some bait in here and see if anything moves in onto it. Right, I've given it 5 or 10 minutes. I've just had a quick walk round since I put this bait in. There's a barbel on there at the moment, 7 or 8 pounds I suppose, and another one a bit smaller. They're going nuts on the bait down there. So what I'm going to do is go back, get my rods and the landing net and the unhooking mat, and creep back up here and see if I've got a sneaker bait under his nose. Down there. Just had a look in the previous swim as well while I was back there, and there's a couple of carp in there, but they're not going crazy like this guy down here. Just having a bit of a mooch and a few mouthfuls of food. So there's a few carp just working the margins here as well. That's why I was a bit cautious when approaching them, but they've drifted away. But I'm going to try and sneak one in, bait in front of this guy, and his mate's disappeared, so only one pair of eyes to see me drop this in. Well, he came back and salty squid wafter was what he wanted once again, same as last week. See him up and have a look at him. Well, he's not a monster, but it's a good start. Could see him having all my bait down there, and he obviously wanted that salty squid wafter as well. Fantastic, one of many, I hope. Let's get him back and get another bait in the water. Well, after I had that barbel, there was nothing really else going on up there. So what I've done is crept back to my original spot, and there's 3 or 4 carp down there. I've managed to sneak one bait in without them spooking, so I think I'll leave it at that for now. I'm not going to risk trying to get the other rod in as well, so I'll leave it at that, and hopefully they'll stick around, and we'll have another one on the bank shortly. Saying that. You couldn't have scripted that, could you? It's only a small one. Well, that's great. I can't believe that. Fantastic. It's actually bigger than I thought. Let's have a look at him. Lovely common, probably getting on for double. He's really cold. How's that? Beautiful fish. Lovely common. Yeah, I'd say getting on for double figures. Maybe scraper. Not sure. Beautiful. Not a mark on it. Great. Juggling act. Great condition. Right guys, I've got that carp back, as you saw. There's nothing going on in either of these two spots, so I've put some more bait in. No point in hanging around here. waiting for the fish to turn up. So what I'm going to do is go over this corner over here, where I saw those carp when I arrived, and when I had a couple of circuits when I first got here. Go and see if we can sneak one out of this corner here. It's quite shallow. There were a few about there, so maybe we can get them to get their heads down and a bit of smell in the water and pull them in. We might be able to sneak one out. I'll take you with me. We'll get down there and see what we can do. There's a couple of nice ghosties actually cruising around here, as well as quite a few other carp, so it'd be nice to have a ghostie out, and I promise you I haven't had one yet. This is not a setup if I do end up catching one. But it's quite good to send because there's no ripple at the moment, so I can see into the water, and the fish can't really see me because the bank's fairly high behind me here. As long as I keep below the skyline, I think they struggle to see me with dark clothing on, so it's looking good, this end. It's looking good. As I said, I was going to have a walk up the other end. I've been up there. There's absolutely nothing going on up there at all. It's a bit strange. It's very quiet this year compared to previous years, but then it's still very cold for the time of year, so perhaps that's got something to do with it. The water is really cold. But I've come back down this end, and there's this group of carp in here that are milling around in ones and twos. There's probably a dozen altogether. And they do keep coming in and having a few mouthfuls off this spot just down where the rods are here. So what I'm going to do is get the rods back in there, hang around here for a while because we're missing nothing at the other end. See if we can't sneak one out. Well, that's not really happening. Disappointing. I was convinced we'd have one out from there. Never mind. What I'm going to do is get some more bait in here in the spots that I know are clear, just here, and then go for a wander back up the other end, see how the other spot's getting on, and then maybe in 15-20 minutes time come back down here and see if they've got onto the spots that I've baited. I think that's the plan. Yeah, we'll go up the other end. I'll get some bait in here, we'll go up the other end. Well, there's a few carp down on the spot now, down the close-in spot, so we might have another fish yet. Well, those carp have disappeared. I think it's probably time I did as well. Been a reasonable afternoon. 2 fish on the bank only, but we've been close with a few as well, so can't be too sad with that. I think the water's definitely starting to wake up. It's still very cold though, and the weeds is not growing at all. I think it's just the weather in general is reasonably cold, isn't it, for the time of year. We've been having some very early spring and summers the past few years, but this year it's definitely still pretty cold, and the fishing certainly here is reflecting that. So I'm going to knock on the head anyway and get off home, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.